So if you wouldn't mind taking your seats and finishing up your last bit of conversation. Okay. You guys ready? Okay, I need the energy. So, you guys ready? If you're ready, say TE19. Okay. Hi, my name is Destiny Ford, and I'm a second-year youth organizer at Teen Empowerment. One of my earliest memories as a kid was going on a fishing trip to Florida with my dad. The day was going smooth. We had packed lunches, bait, and as far as we could tell, the fish were biting. For the first time in my 8-year-old life, I caught a fish, a catfish. I smiled from ear to ear with joy and the feeling of being accomplished. Not even 20 minutes later, I laid my fishing pole down in the sand. The improper way, of course. What do you expect from an 8-year-old girl from the city? Seconds later, I heard my dad yell, "Destiny, I'ma whoop yo." The fishing hook got caught in his hand. Minutes earlier, I was just so happy, on cloud 9 to say the least. Then we were rushing to the hospital because I got a hook stuck in my dad's thumb. 8-year-old me was horrified, but current me is thankful for that life lesson. You see, my dad was upset, but I mean, who wouldn't be when daddy-daughter day turns into an emergency room field trip? But on the way to the hospital, while my dad drove with one hand and the other wrapped in a beach towel, he looked at me and said, "You're young. You will make mistakes. The important thing is that you know I will always be here to keep you from making the same mistake twice." Fast forward 2 years later. I'm 10 years old and I'm about to enter 5th grade. I'm in the car on my way home from school shopping. My mom got a call from my oldest sister and she said, "Daddy had a massive heart attack." Once again, it felt like the world stopped spinning. 5 years later, I'm a freshman in high school and it's Regents Week, meaning I'm about to take a series of 3-hour tests that determine whether I pass my classes for the year. But we were preparing for my sister's prom, then graduation, and we were just at peace, until we were told that my dad had taken his last breath after being hospitalized for 5 years. I thought back to when my dad said, "I will always be here to help you from making the same mistake twice." Although I thought my dad was a Superman, but I had to realize that he was human, not immortal, and couldn't raise me all alone. That day, he officially passed the torch on to my mom, the seemingly impossible job of working full-time and raising 5 teenage girls. Even though our financial struggles got worse, we were okay. We were rich in heart. My dad wasn't suffering anymore. Me and my siblings were advancing in life, and we all had to pitch in. Whenever my mom stumbled financially, my grandma came along and saved the day. Eventually, my brother got a truck and became the family taxi. Melanie Funches once said, "I want my people to be well, in mind, body, and spirit." But it took effort from everybody. We all had to pitch in. Coming together so that everyone can be well is what Melanie describes as a village raising a child. It is an African proverb meaning that an entire community of different people must interact with children for the children to experience and grow in a self-healthy environment. At 14 years old, I was hired at Teen Empowerment as a youth organizer, ready to do my part at home and in my community. TE became another part of my village. The youth and the staff all work together to make sure we are strong, healthy, and reaching our fullest potential. As youth organizers, we are the hands, feet, heart, and voice of the word. I realize that my voice matters, and I have an important role in this village through my leadership. Lobbying in Albany, taking work home, being a positive voice for change in and out of TE's walls, leaving school early to go to meetings, news interviews, and many more things that I've stopped keeping track of, all while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. And I did not come this far just to come this far. As young people, we can do a lot, but we also need more adults like Melanie Funches to make our village healthy. I had the privilege of meeting Melanie last year at a race summit. Her beautiful head wrap caught my eye, but when I heard her say, "I'm gonna keep it a buck," she caught my heart. Unfortunately, I wasn't around TE when Melanie first joined our family. To be honest, I don't even think I was walking. The, the year was 2007 and Melanie had micros. A lot has changed since then, but her dedication to teen empowerment and youth development have remained the same. Melanie went to Southern University and A&M College, which are both historically black colleges. She says this was a turning point in her life. Melanie has been doing this for years, being Mother Earth combined with Medea, as she calls it. Being the auntie that will help you navigate through life and not judge your mistakes. Melanie told me that she wants to be somebody who can pass the knowledge on to next generations without passing the pain it took to obtain the knowledge. I believe this is the job of all adults. To be people like Melanie and my dad, who will happily be a resource for the youth even if it hurts them in the process. People who have dedicated their life to generations of people after them. As I stand before you in the most humblest way, I am honored to present the TE Peacemaker in Action Award to someone I see as a superwoman, Miss Melanie Funches.